Oh, recording. Go back to science. Just sit here for a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to go to here. And the last one, the last digital citizenship one is being aware, be aware of what you share. What? Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna click on the presentation. We'll go through this and then we'll all answer the quiz and then we'll move on. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna present. Yes. Huh? Oh my gosh. Okay. I think the other one smells better anyway. Okay, so being aware of what you share. Essential question: how can you protect your privacy when you're online? Okay, so our learning objectives is reflect on the concept of privacy, including what they feel comfortable in sharing with other people. Analyze different ways that advertisers collect information about users to send them targeted ads. Identify strategies for protecting their privacy, including opting out of specific features and analyzing app and website privacy policies. Okay, observe and analyze the image. So you got this lady says, I can read minds, and this other one, so what's your superpower? I really don't know what that, anyway. Okay, privacy. Privacy, the protection from being observed or tracked by others, including the government, the public, or selected individuals or groups. So, just as a little fact that I heard the other day was that as you being out in society and cameras being everywhere, just like there's cameras in school and there's cameras at the grocery store, there's cameras in the stores you go to, there's cameras at stoplights, traffic lights, that your picture gets taken at the least 20 times a day. That's just you out walking around being you and going different places. They take your picture. That's all recorded somewhere. Okay. Also, on your phones, advertisers now, since you have GPS, they know where you are. And sometimes they'll send you a specific ad to your phone, depending on where your phone is. You might be near a store, so they'll send you an ad for that store to get you to go there. Has anyone seen a screen like this before? What is it? Well, this is your sign-up page, right? And you have to put in all this information, and you're agreeing to terms of service. Okay? What they're going to share, what they're not going to share. Cookies, small text files placed on your device by the sites you visit that collect information about your device and your activity. Okay? So when you go out on the internet, a lot of times different websites leave cookies behind, and then they're collecting data about you and what you're looking at. Tips for protecting your privacy. Turn off cookies in your browser settings. Maybe we'll look at that later. We'll figure out where that is. Okay? Here, what do these screens show? What could you use them for? Okay, so here, I don't know what sign this is. Okay, but these are all the different things that you can, on your different accounts, that you can turn on and off, right? Like you turn off your phone number or your email. Okay. Turn off your birthday. Does it have your address? Yep. So you have your address, your phone number. Those are all things that you can turn off so they don't have access to them. Privacy settings, choices a website or app might give you about what information is visible to other users and third parties. Opt out. Choose to not participate in something. So when you opt out of something in an application and you sign up, that means you're not going to participate. Tips for protecting your privacy. Turn off cookies in your browser settings, review the app's privacy settings, and opt out of any sharing options you are not comfortable with. Okay, you don't have to accept you don't have to accept all their terms of service if you don't feel comfortable. Privacy policy, a legal document that an app or website must provide and that describes what user information they collect and how they use it. Terms of service, a legal document that an app or website must provide and that describes the rules the company and users must obey when they use the app or website. So terms of service, for example, in the news lately, right? President Trump got kicked off of Twitter because he violated their terms of service. That's an example of a violation of terms of service. He got kicked off of Facebook. He violated the terms of service. Okay, then we have this acronym. It says ASK, right? So A stands for accessed. What will be accessed? So you're thinking about what is this website going to access if I add this app to my computer? S stands for shared. What will be shared with other people or companies? And K is known. What could be known about me if I use this? So what could they find out about you if you use this website and you gave them access to that information? Tips for protecting your privacy. Turn off cookies in your browser settings. Review the app's privacy settings and opt out of any sharing options you are not comfortable with. Review the privacy policy and terms of service and use ASK to analyze how using the app will affect your privacy. Okay, so here's a little example they want us to go through. So it says, read the scenario below and answer the questions that follow. Pete was riding the bus and saw a man wearing a new pair of shoes from his favorite brand. He liked them, but thought that they looked better in black. When he got home, he went online and found them in black on an online store, Zapp's. They were pretty expensive, so he decided to post a picture of them in his social media account to see what his friends would think. The next day, he started seeing ads for the exact shoes and for the online store he had visited. He saw the ads appear when he typed in a search when he went to his favorite news site. And when he was scrolling through his social media feed, at first he thought it might just been a coincidence, but when it kept happening, he started to wonder, why am I seeing this everywhere? Okay. So how did the advertising company know he was interested in those shoes or that store? Well, because that website he went to left some cookies and they knew that he was interested in those shoes and he looked at those shoes. So then they shared that information with other businesses, right? And those other businesses that had those shoes started sending him ads. If Keith didn't want to be tracked by the advertising company, what could he have done differently? Well, he could have looked at his terms of service. He could have turned off his cookies. He could have opted out of some of the sharing information. He could have used incognito. Does everybody know how to use incognito in Google? I'm going to show you that when we're here at the end. 3, are you okay with using apps or websites that collect and share information about you? Does it matter what information they collect or whom it gets shared with? Okay, so this is something you need to think about when you're out on the internet and looking at websites and using apps. Okay. Well, we care about everyone's privacy. Okay, so let me show you. If you were in Google and you go over here to these 3 little dots over here and you click on that, it says open new incognito window. Okay, and when you do that, we'll create a problem. So in Google, your far right, the 3 little dots, you're going to click on that. You're going to go to new incognito window. Huh? Yours doesn't have, even in Google?
It just says,
If you're in a Google tab?
this is the tab.
New incognito tab? No? Really? Let me figure out how to do that on our phone. And it's by the districts. But if you're on another computer, huh?
For yours, it says new incognito window. It says Citizenship.
Oh. What happens if you do control shift? I'll look that up and I'll tell you tomorrow. Well, you know what? We can do it right now. What the heck? So if we go here, Google, and God, how do you spell that? INCOG. INCOGO. Incognito window on a Chrome. How to start a Chromebook. Open Chrome. At the top right, click More. So it says click More, select new incognito window. Does that work? Oh, at top right, click More. Oh, more. You got that? Okay, well, let me give them Miss Stevens, but I think you should be able to go to incognito. Okay, well, that's for, so if you're at home on another computer, you can go to incognito, and what happens is that they can't track you. There's no cookies, there's no nothing. It's like you're invisible. Okay. I do not know whether you can turn cookies off on your Chromebook. Let's go to privacy and security. There's cookies, other sites. Can you do that? Does it let you go to settings? Do you click on those 3 little dots? It may not. Doesn't let you go to settings. Go to privacy and security. Here's cookies. Click on block. Got block third party. Probably automatically set up on. So that's another thing to look at on other devices that you have. You can click on the three dots, then you can go to settings, go to privacy and security, go to cookies and other sites, and see here it says block third-party cookies incognito, block third-party cookies, block all cookies, and it says not recommended. Okay. Okay, so that's just some good information there. Okay. Uh-oh. Okay, did I lose everybody? No. Okay. Okay, so I now need you to go to Google Classroom. So you may have to open a new tab. Google Classroom. Go to middle school attendance, classwork. Go down to be aware of what you share. And then click on this Google form. I believe there's just 5 questions. Type your first name, last name. Okay, and hit submit. So I'm going to give you 4 minutes, I guess, because these are a little bit more involved. And then we'll go on to the lesson. So I'm going to set a timer for 4 minutes, complete your Google form, and then we'll move on with science. Hey, Google, set a timer for 4 minutes. Hello. Okay. Google. Hey, Google, set a timer for 4 minutes.
Sure, 4 minutes. And we're starting now.
Mm-hmm. What? You do the form? You do the Google form? You need to go to middle school attendance, classwork, Google Classroom, middle school attendance, classwork, and go down to be aware of what you share. Click on the Google form. 5 questions. It's not going to affect your grade. You just want proof that you went through the slides. Huh? Yes, please.
I got one more. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Hey Google, stop. Go ahead and keep going. I need you to finish the questions. Okay, well, I'm going to assume you have finished the Google form. Okay, if you have not, please go ahead and complete it. And so we finished the chapter, and I gave you, hang on a second. I think I did that already. Okay, so, and then I gave you pages to help you with the answers. So if you have not finished this page, I want you to go, what do we got? We got about 15 minutes left to class. So I want you to finish this page. If you have time, go ahead and do your Google form, Google quiz in Google Classroom. If you finish that already, then you can go, and I only have 3 people that have done Ed Puzzle in this class. So if you have not done Ed Puzzle, you can do that. So finish this page, do your quiz in Google Classroom, and then do your Ed Puzzle. Okay, and that's what we're going to do for 15 minutes. For the rest of the 15 minutes.
Mr. Teague,
Yes.
can I ask what are the major grades for this week?
Well, let me look. Science, classwork. Ed puzzle and the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Mr. Teague, can I ask what are the major grades for math for this week?
Okay, let me figure that out. Uh, this really should be. What did I do? Okay. Ingenuity for 30 minutes. Ed puzzle. Math minute. Oh, wait a minute. I think I messed up.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, wait a minute. I put it in the wrong place. Hang on a second.
Oh.
Okay, so it is Edgenuity, Ed Puzzle, Math Minute, and the quiz.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, it's 11:03. My online people, you may go to period 4. You may log off and go to period 4.